Thank you for watching this Last Mile Profits video.
What could Harry Potter have to do with a parcel locker? If you want to find out, keep watching.
Last Mile Profits is brought to you by Parcel Pending by Quadient.
Gary, are you a Harry Potter fan?
I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, yeah.
Was it platform 4.5 or something?
I'm a bigger Harry Potter fan than you are, it seems. It's platform 9 3/4.
All right, you are 9 3/4. Well, there's a reason I'm talking about this. 9 3/4, difficult to get to if you don't know. But actually, there's something similar with the lockers. Apparently, there is a DHL parcel locker in Germany that's stuck on a platform between two railway lines. And, God help the poor courier that has to deliver and pick up parcels, not to mention the customers. Have you heard of this story?
I have, yeah. And apparently they said that was the only place they could put it because they didn't own the land out the front. Well, the other option was don't put it, of course. If you can't come up with anywhere intelligent to put it, then just don't put it, which doesn't seem to be on the mind of the German people that put it there. So it's very strange.
But this is part of a bigger point because, you can see everyone and their dog are trying to put more lockers out there and compromises are being made. And I'm with you actually on this one. Yes, I said it, Gary. I am with you on this one. Sometimes better not to put it. If you can't put it in the right place, then it makes the life, and it's not just when we talk about the life of the courier, the costs and time spent for the courier to, if it's a big locker, and I think this one was quite big, if he has to deliver or collect 30, 40, 50 parcels a couple of times a day, going up some steps, down a platform, which makes it very hard, by the way, to then take it in some kind of trolley.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Well, exactly. I saw an even worse one in the UK where there was an Amazon locker on a railway platform that was only accessible to passengers going in one direction. So if you came back from wherever it is that you were going off to, and it was a journey into London, you could put your parcels in the locker and pick them up on the way to London. But if you wanted to go there on the way back, it was on the opposite platform. So it wasn't like this one actually looked quite sensible where from a customer point of view, trains in both directions could access the locker and it was the driver, the courier that was inconvenienced. With this one, it was absolutely fine for, it's the same situation for the courier on a railway platform and under the tunnel and everything else. But it only serviced half of the station users because they were travelling in one direction only.
So Gary, jump off the train, go back on platform to pick up your parcel.
Yeah, go up to the next station and come back. I've got no idea how it would work. When I've signed location contracts in the past, now the savvy couriers will put a list of conditions about where you can and can't do it. So a van must be able to stop within 50 meters. You can't have steps. You can't have a height restriction. So the van, a lot of these vans are 2.7, even 2.9 meters high. The biggest high roof Mercedes vans that some of the parcel companies are operating. So they're very sensibly putting these lists of restrictions in, sometimes in my opinion too many, but in this instance, Germany, for one reason or other, for once, doesn't have enough rules. It needs another rule in Germany to stop this from happening.
But you know what, Gary? I've seen it elsewhere. I was in Czech Republic about half a year ago or something, and I saw a locker that was, for some reason, up a flight of steps, even though, there are a whole lot of locations, probably not so easily accessible, but literally pavement level. And this one was up a flight of steps. And I reckon that what are we getting at the end of the day? Location intelligence. I think on one hand, people are not looking carefully enough. And then the second part is exactly what you said. There should be some fixed rules. Sorry, we just do not put a locker in a location that is either going to be so difficult for the customer, which is obviously the priority, but also if it's so difficult for the courier that he becomes less efficient, at the end of the day, there's a cost related to that, both in terms of quality and in terms of financial cost.
Well, sometimes it's health and safety as well. What are we going to see next? Lockers in the middle of roundabouts. They've got to go round and round and round and throw parcels out the window of the van to try to load them in. I mean, when common sense breaks down, it's very difficult to know where it ends. I saw a photograph of one where it was on a seawall and you could walk along the seawall and access the locker at low tide. But there was a raging storm and the waves seemed to be coming right up to the bottom of the locker and half of it was underwater. I know you have these luxurious holidays and everything, Marek. You probably have a swim up suite whenever you go to the Caribbean. But I'm not having a swim up locker. I'm not. Well, you got people, sort of doing breaststroke with a parcel under each arm, trying to get their returns back at high tide. I don't think that's going to work.
So the U-boat locker concept, I guess, Gary, doesn't get much street cred with you.
Probably not. I mean, I think there are modes of transport that we're all fairly comfortable with, and that probably is going to draw the line. And we're an island nation, so we're used to things coming across the water at us by various different methods. But I'm not convinced that using we don't tend to call them U-boats. Brings back unhappy memories. We tend to call them submarines, just to be politically neutral. Even that, I don't think is going to work.
Well, Gary, you know what? I don't know, but it'd be nice perhaps if our viewers, if anyone does find a locker in an incredibly funny or perhaps not so convenient location, please add a photo below. We'll ask our editor if he can show a picture of the locker somewhere in the video or below as well, so people can see the one that we've talked about. But I think
any more that we can find in the meantime. But I think we should call out a winner when we do our next recording next month. We'll have a look through the comments and see if we can find who has managed to find the most ridiculously located locker. No AI gibberish. I'm sick and tired of AI stuff all over LinkedIn, and I don't want to see any AI images of lockers in outer space or at Mar-a-Lago or any of this sort of nonsense. So if anyone's got a genuine picture of a locker in a stupid place,
knowing a certain person, I can actually imagine him wanting to have a locker just outside his place because, of course, it's such a key node.
Well, he'd obviously want a Quadient one because they're bright orange, aren't they? So that would suit him down to the ground.
Gary, listen, I think this was great. Hoping we get some good photos. I don't know if you've got some. We've certainly got the one from Germany from the platform. Perhaps our viewers can send us some others. As usual, Gary, great talking. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure they won't let us down.
You know, Gary, I was looking at the subscriptions and realized that a huge number of our audience actually don't subscribe to watch our videos.
Really? That's outrageous. It's a bit like watching the BBC without your TV license. How can we keep it free if people aren't subscribing and letting us know they want more of this content? It's ridiculous.
And on top of that, if they're not subscribed, they don't get information about the latest hot episode where you can make one of your witty jokes and we can talk about something that is really important for our industry.
If I knew that a single act like that would make sure I got maximum time taking the mickey out of you, I'd be hitting subscribe in a heartbeat.
Well, look, so here we have it. Please, everyone, if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your opportunity. Click right now. The button should be there, or maybe there. Do it now and have it done.